Hello, YouTubers. Here we are at Thornhaven for our spring equinox ritual. We're just setting up cameras, making sure we get ourselves kind of coordinated to catch it all. You may not hear the sound as good from back here. We're also doing a Facebook Live, so we're going to capture that medium as well. And as you can see, there's still a bit of snow on the ground. It's melting at a good steady pace, which is nice. We're not getting flooded out. And we've got a nice little fire going. So stay tuned and we'll be up and functioning too. Just watch. You can fast forward to where you start to see some exciting stuff, but I think we're going to leave the camera on now.
No, that's the other thing with Steve.
Other thing with Steve. Steve, okay, got it.
There.
So is this empty glass? Chaos ritual. I think we put this off as long as we can.
Yes?
Yeah,
Yes, you
we're
have.
ready. Cameras are rolling.
All right, well, I guess we better get started.
We're here.
All right, well then, welcome everyone to our Thornhaven Ostara Chaos Ritual. Clearly, they've asked Bart to be in charge of this, and that's no better way to incorporate chaos into any event. Today, we're going to be. This is. I don't think I've ever. No, I've led one before. We did one before
Nimble.
at Imboldt, but it's been a long time for me. So we are going to be winging it with as much chaos as we can put into the whole thing, and we're going to be not spinning the bottle, but we're going to point to people and ask people to take part. And it's important to just speak from the heart. Don't worry about the words. Don't worry about the exactness of it. Just feel it, and speak your heart, and it'll be fine. If there's anything going on the Facebook group, it's like on the feed if people are asking questions or
Can't hear Hobbs much.
what?
I was going to say the same thing. Remember, the camera's back there.
Yeah. Oh boy, that's gonna be. I thought it was already being loud.
Project more.
From the diaphragm.
You keep my diaphragm out of this. All right. So, what's the first thing we did? And this is Tasha, of course. We're both leading this ritual as best we can.
Yes.
Yes.
We're here.
Yay.
Welcome, and thank you for joining us today at our chaos ritual. To start, we'd like to make a land acknowledgement
Right.
to the First Nations of this land.
So before we begin this ritual, we would like to begin by acknowledging that the land upon which we gather is the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe, Huron-Wendat, Haudenosaunee, Oneida, and Haudenosaunee peoples. This territory is covered by the Upper Canada Treaties. We give thanks to the people who have cared for this land throughout the generations, throughout all that has been and all that will be, and who have brought us all to this moment in time. So to the tribes, we honor you with tobacco. Miigwech.
Neglect.
All right, what's next? Mother? Earth Mother. Earth Mother, we honor. You want to put it in the fire?
No.
No,
No. I put it on the ground.
that's right.
Right. Okay. Excellent. So, Earth Mother, you who provide us with the land upon which we live, we breathe, we travel. You who are the holder of wisdom. You who have seen the ages pass and hold great lessons for us if only we would listen. Earth Mother, we honor you.
Earth Mother, we honor
We
you.
honor you. Traditionally, in the ADF, when we speak to the outdwellers, we recognize their presence, present them offerings, and request their peace. Today, I will ask Julie to speak with the outdwellers that they may come to us and join us in this ritual for chaos as we see the bounty and possibility that chaos will bring to us in their presence. Spirits of chaos, I call to you today on this day where we honor the balance between the light and the dark, order and chaos, death and life. We call to you and give you an offering. We ask you to witness our ritual today and fill with us, fill this space with understanding about the need for chaos, the need for destruction as well as creation, the need for death as well as life. Let us feel the balance between the two. In thanks, we give you this offering. We gather here today in the center. We come together as one on the holy lands beneath our feet, shining sky above us and the holy sea around us. The world is at its best. We come to the land as we are. We come as we are here. And we embody the presence of what was, what will be, and what can be. Home of our home. Here we stand. As we stand on this land, centered here together, we will invoke the powers, bring forth the strength from different wells and centers. Anyone is welcome to participate and bring forth the life of the tree. Would anyone welcome themselves to be present today and turn our tree into our sacred tree, root to branch?
We are not ashamed to point.
I'll let him be the enforcer. I'm all on this.
I saw Jeff seemed to be interested.
Welcome.
Come up here.
Yeah.
Any tree you like. We've got a lot of them.
Well, is this our representative tree right here?
It may be.
Yeah.
Some mead for the trees.
Welcome. May this be the tree.
May this be the
May this
tree.
be the tree.
Sacred tree, grow within us.
Sacred tree, grow within us.
Second power that is always present with us is our sacred well. And with its presence, may we go deep. Who would like to bless our sacred well and bring it present?
May this water represent our sacred well. Sacred well, flow within us.
Sacred well, flow within us.
And lastly, fire, consecrated as our messenger to the gods. Would anyone like to bless our fire? Any?
You can do both.
At the heart of us all, there's a fire that burns with life and death. And it is the essence of the balance, in my opinion. So, sacred fire, burn within us.
Sacred fire, burn within us. Open the gates. Time to open the gates, and because this is chaos, we're going to call upon a deity we don't often call upon.
Hecate, we call to you to bring the gates open. We see you, goddess of the crossroads. Bring us peace in this time of uncertainty. Hecate, we call to you to open the gates. Come with us, torchbearer, and bring us on this path of magic and presence. Hecate, we see you. Make this fire be open as a gate. Hecate, make this well open as a gate. Hecate, we call to you. Open this tree as a gate to the realms that hold us in their roots and in their branches across all the realms. Let the gates be open.
Let the gates be open.
And now we call to our kindreds. May we bring them into this place of power. We will start with the nature spirits. Any you said you wanted to?
Nature spirits, creatures of feather and fur and bark and leaves. To every critter that is waking up right now from the slumber of winter, we honor you and we welcome you.
Nature spirits, we honor you.
Nature spirits, we honor you.
Next, we call to the ancestors. Who would like to honor our ancestors today?
To our ancestors, they're always with us. They're always watching us. We wouldn't be here without them. We recognize you in the gift of life you have given us. Thank you to our ancestors.
Ancestors, we
We
honor
honor you.
Ancestors, we honor you.
And lastly, the shining ones.
The gods. Those friends.
The shining ones who guide us, poke and prod us, mentor us, and counsel us. We honor you. Shining ones, we honor you.
Shining ones, we honor you. Ooh, that's a lot of honor.
Yeah.
This would be the time where anyone else may come forth to bring their honors to other deities who are not meant, we're not going to be honoring through ritual today. If you have any personal offerings that you'd like to make to specific gods outside of Lu, Kalyak,
Yep.
and Brigid, now would be the time. Also, there's a special mention for Chaos today. I'll let Julie. I make this offering to the spirits of chaos, those who break in order for us to rebuild, those who destroy in order for us to grow new life, those who are in the darkness to make the light brighter. Help us to integrate these two aspects of the universe within us, the light and the darkness, life and death, destruction and creation. Let us be comfortable with endings as well as beginnings. Let us be comfortable in the chaos as well as the order. Traditionally, at every spring, Thornhaven Grove has recognized a chaotic presence who returns up Yggdrasil and spreads gossip through the branches and down through the roots. Chews on the bark. Chews on the bark. Whispers in the ears of Odin. Whispers in the ears of Loki. Goodness me. I see you, Ratatoth. The squirrel of chaos, the squirrel of discomfort, and that little voice that will continuously be present no matter where you look. We welcome you. We see your presence and how you participate in the great balance. Ratatoth, we honor you.
Ratatoth, we honor you.
To the gods of chaos, I'm tired. I'm tired. For us that are tired and upset, I wish to appease you, and so accept my offer.
Hail!
Hail.
Hail.
Is there anyone online who would like to? They can write it in the as a comment, and they could be read out.
We have Megan Wolf Spirit Burn saying, "Hail and welcome, Hecate." We had a pause in the recording
Oh.
due to my phone being very full.
Oh. Okay.
But it is now back to being live. I don't see anyone inputting.
No. Okay. If you notice it, if there's any other calls that come in, we can make time for them. We're not tied to a structure.
Jules? The altering from that is to cleanse the land. If you'll just hold on one moment. Does anyone have a phone that they don't mind finishing the recording? Because my phone has done this twice now. You have mine.
Yeah. There's create a live feed off of what? Off the event or off the group? The ability to run with it, wing it. It's an important skill. All right, how's that working out?
I need to because I said I would put it on the group page, not the event page.
Oh.
People. Groups. Where is kind of wee things. I'm not looking, I swear, I'm not looking. I just need the group page.
Computer search bar at the top and just.
Oh yeah.
Maple with a pie.
You need somebody else to set it up?
Yes, please. Oh, okay, there's a search line.
We can take the sun away. It's much easier to read. There we go. Yep, there we go.
It's just off of Alameda. Okay. Right there. Yeah. I'm in Old Elmer.
Yeah.
You guys should come.
I'm sorry?
Visit
I don't need to see my face. There we go.
Alright.
Wow.
Yeah, it's out in Old Elmer.
Okay, we are back to being live.
All right. So we are now to the portion of our ritual where we will be making our offerings to the gods, gods 3. So we would like to start, I think, with Lou, and we had someone who would make a call out to Lou. Jeff, come within visual range of the device.
Lou. There are many things that can be said about Lou. Lou of the long arm, the god of many skills. Louie. Also, oh baby, sometimes sun god. And during Ostara, he helps assist the kindreds with the return of the lights and the melting of the snow and the flowing of the water. So thank you, Lou, and welcome. Hail Lou.
Hail Lou.
Hail Lou.
All right, we will now call upon Bridget.
So, she's very diverse. Animals, healing, crafts, bards. So I have been inspired 25 plus years. In my workshop, I have her presence, and I offer some of my leather to her. Hail Bridget.
Hail Bridget.
Hail, Bridget.
So I would like to call upon the Ankaliach, who is the Celtic goddess of winter. She's not a very well-known goddess, but the way I see her is that she walks in silence across the land, in the snow and the ice. And winter is a time of great reflection. It's quiet, and the snow comes and just erases everything and gives us a clean canvas upon which we can begin anew at Ostara. And as the days warm and the snow parts, we bid adieu to the Ankaliach, and we thank her for her sacred presence in these colder months, for the quiet that she brings, the silent reflection that she allows us to take, and the rest that we have enjoyed in this winter, so that we can embrace the spring anew. Thank you, Ankaliach. Be welcome here.
Hail.
Hail, Ankaliach. Yeah, because according to the notes here, it says we have to order pizza.
Also hunger. Work first.
Work first, pizza later.
Right.
All right. So, as part of the work, what we're going to do today is that we are going to reestablish our relationship with our sacred tools. Those that could be wands or books or symbols, things that we took on at some point that were meaningful to us, and perhaps we've just gotten used to that relationship. The thing about chaos is it allows us to see old things in a new light, to change our relationship with things that have become comfortable with us, to us. And so I would put it, so we're going to do this in 2 stages. We have a lot of people watching from home, but also we have some people who have brought their tools here. I would like to take, I don't know, like 5 minutes or so, 2 minutes or so, to just take your tool and do whatever it is that you want to do to reconnect with it. Think about the things that were the goals, what you wanted to achieve when you picked up this tool, the things that you wanted, where you wanted to go, how it was going to help you get there. Think about that journey and then rebuild that relationship with that object. Where do you want to go now? Look where you've been. What have you learned? How do you want to relate to this object now, and as you move forward into the new season? We've had all this winter to reflect on who we are, what we want, and where we want to be. And now as we move into spring, now it is time to give those ideas life, energy, motivation, joy. And so as you take a moment to sit with your object, your sacred object, think about where you've been, and now recreate that relationship and tell it where you want to go. So it's just quiet reflection. And then once we get through that part, we're going to invite everyone, if you are willing, to have the group charge your object as a group, with the people here that are assembled around the fire, but also the people at home. So just take a couple of minutes and meditate on that. Did the people on the Facebook Live, could they hear me? Did they hear all that? I'm going to assume by their silence that they did.
It's really warm, but really, really cold out. Yeah. And like you said, that's how you do it. I can do that too. I'll tell you. Just leave it on my yoke.
All right. I hope that moment brought you some insight in the places you've been and where you want to go. Now, we're going to do this as a group. If you feel that you are comfortable with receiving energy from others, both in this space and for the people at home, you should, we're going to light a candle. Do we have a candle here?
You want a candle?
No, it's okay, actually. So to connect, to help you, for the people at home, to help you connect with the sacred fire that we have here, we would invite you to light your candle so that you can be energetically tied to where we are now, to the group, and accept the offering of energy that we're going to pour into this sacred place and hopefully connect to you. If there's anyone I guess on the Facebook Live you can't. They'd have to type it out if they wanted to say anything about their object. If you wanted to describe your object, to talk about it, what it means to you, you could do that now. We could take a couple of minutes to just let the energy of the group charge your object. No, we could take. Yeah, I could take a picture of your object and put it on the Facebook group. Yeah.
We can review it later, and that energy will still be present in that moment.
So although I forgot my object, I did think about my hat. And when I bought this a few years ago, it has become a sacred object to me because it represents performance. It represents the personas that I've tried to develop as a storyteller. It allows me to step into that role as a bard. And it has become quite precious to me over the years now. It's allowed me to connect to people in a lot of different ways. It has even filled me with terror at some point. But that was a good thing. That was an acknowledgement of relationship between myself and the communities of which I connect with. And that's all through this hat. And so I look forward to many more years of connection with myself and my audiences. Does anyone else like to talk about their sacred object? Julie's got you,
I brought with me the oms that I use as a divination tool for a direct communication line with the kindred. I don't use this often. It's very, very special to me. And, today I would like to. Generally, this is very personal, and I don't want anyone's energy around this other than mine. But today I would like to change that and open it up and have you guys bless this and to build my relationships with the kindred and especially the shiny ones. So yeah, these are my ohms, and I hope you can all give me a little bit of that energy and go from there.
Thank you. That's wonderful. Has anyone else moved to talk about their sacred object and their relationship with it? It is completely optional.
For about 40 years, I've carried a toolbox on my belt. Not always this one. I jumped into a quarry and I saw one go to the bottom. I have given them away to friends. I see it as a toolbox. It's a Swiss Army knife. It's got this one has 24 different parts to it. But it's been a part of who I am and what I do for my adult life. And this past year I haven't done much with tools. I haven't worked with the leather much. I haven't puttered on things I like to do. But I've been inspired since moving here. I'm finally working on the table that I've had for 30 years. So it's all part of being in a sacred place. And I just wanted to share that with you all, and thank you for being a part of it.
Thanks, Greg. Is there anyone else who'd like to speak?
I brought my well from my personal altar, and the silver I intend to start using in recreating a relationship with from ancestors that I've had a very cosmic relationship with. I'd like to recreate that as well as my relationship with a well as a whole. The last 6 months I have been accused of holding a lot of things that weren't necessarily mine. And as a well, I've always viewed it as that was the relationship. And I'd like to change that nature and share it with the depths and allow it to interact more with other centers of power. So with your help, please help me change my relationship with this well.
microphone.
So as a priest, I have a very strong relationship with fire because it is the way that I worship the god. And in fact, I use it as a channel for that purpose. I've always wanted to have a way, a very sacred way that brings in the ways of my ancestors in all parts of the creation of fire. And so I have a new tool, which is the flint and steel, which I would like to start using to build fires for our rituals with as a means to create more connection with our ancestors and make it more sacred. Although really fire is sacred on its own, but the creation of it, I think, could be made more special. So with these tools, which I hope we can imbue with all of the hopes for skills in the future so that I can use it. And hello, all of the geese returning from the north.
We have been blessed by geese.
Hail the
geese.
Hail the geese, heading north.
Well done.
What's this?
Oh, those are ducks.
Thank you, Julie. Are they ducks?
No, the geese and ducks.
Geese and ducks.
Or just higher. More? Yeah, coming up behind us there. Just flying over the moon.
All right. Before we close this part of the, is there anyone else who'd like to speak? No. Okay. So we invite you to reach out with your energy, connect with this sacred place, and allow that energy to flow back to all those who witness this place, this space. Feel that energy flow into your sacred object, connect it to you, and know that you are always welcome in this community, this sacred family that we are connecting to. Hail.
Hail.
Omens. Oh, that'd be.
Omens.
Let me go take the camera.
Well, I could say Jeff has his. Can we use yours? Is that
No, he said he doesn't like people touching his.
No, he could draw his own.
Would you like to do the honor?
No, I think you should. Okay, cool. All right, pick three.
It is time for our blessings. We call upon Bridget and Lou and Uncaliac.
To guide Jeff's hand.
Well, my insight on this is actually to start memorizing this because I haven't yet. So bear with me here.
All right.
So these are the ohms. Very ancient divinatory tool and also a language used by the Druids. So we'll pick one. Alright, so we got the ruin of the gorse.
Does it have a special symbol on it?
That is the ruin.
Alright.
So, the gorse is all about networking. Call upon this vegetation when you need to make new connections to impress. Perhaps to make an impression on a job interview. Gorse is also great energy to call upon when going through new changes. The Om of change.
The yellow flower.
And it's very prickly.
Very prickly.
Mhm.
Very prickly.
So you have to physical distance it.
It's invasive.
So there's a triad of wisdom with each Om, and we're gonna touch base with our physical self. So your search is over. What you seek shall be found. Keep pursuing your goals. On a mental level, share the knowledge you have gathered. And on a spiritual level, an abundance of blessings has accumulated on your spiritual journey. Share with others and be rewarded.
Excellent.
The next ohm is the hawthorn.
Oh. It has elicited a response.
The hawthorn is good for cleansing, especially houses or wherever you spend a lot of time that needs a good, clean state. This tree is also good for clearing the air and communication when you connect with its energy. So it indicates cleansing, protection, defense, fertility, fires, and fairies.
Oh boy.
So on a physical level, work upon the physical condition of yourself. Health, diet, exercise, conception, fertility, birth. On a mental level, free your thoughts and cleanse your mind. Open your mind. And on a spiritual level, overcoming problems creates a new, unexpected strength. Use your spiritual strength to protect and guide you and others. And for the final poem,
Okay. X marks the spot.
we have
I'll do it.
the vine. We have the vine. The vine has showed up.
Sorry, it's all three of the prickly things in the ohm. And I was thinking,
You got all
what were
three.
the three prickly things? And the last one was going to be the vine.
So what does the vine represent? Introspection, relaxation, depth, insight, and spiritual growth. The vine is excellent for energy for when you need to get in touch with your inner sight. It has a grounding effect that is both protective and enhancing of the psychic eye. It is also a happy energy and can be used during joyful celebrations. So on a physical level, think about what to say before opening your mouth. Once you speak the truth.
Yep.
On a mental level, release of prophetic powers, speed of inner development as you learn to trust your intuition. And on a spiritual level, do rituals related to prophecy and divination. Record all messages received, as they may not make sense right now. Watch for signs.
Excellent.
People of the Grove, is this a good message?
Yes, it
It
is.
Yes.
Do we accept this blessing from the gods?
We
Do we need more?
Oh, one more. Non-prickly.
Do we need more?
No,
I
prickly
believe
is
we need it
good.
on
I don't
prickly.
think we need more.
I don't think we need more. The omen is good.
Yeah,
The omen
Thank
is
you.
good.
it is.
Apparently the omen is predictable.
Maybe I just have a lot of foresight.
It's prophesizing divination. You've connected with it already. May we embody these blessings into the sacred waters we shall share with one another present here today. Thanks for your help.
We need to do this stuff. Are you blessing the water? Or would you like to read this?
I like Julie too.
Take it.
I agree. Some things need a priest.
Well, this is some real treasure. We got to find the treasure.
A gift calls for a gift. We have given our offerings and are ready to receive. Are we not?
Okay.
We are ready.
Let's go.
No, because this is going into a small cup.
This is for me.
No.
Wait,
I won. Okay.
These are the outpourings
You won.
from the cauldron of plenty, from the endless, the ever-ending source. Fill these vessels with the blessings of gorse, of plenty, of unknown blessings that are laid upon us on our spiritual journey.
Bless these waters with the power of Huath, the hawthorn. Protection, the thorn of hawthorn, the horn of, oh my goodness, the thorn of Thornhaven. And also bless these vessels with the powers of the vine, of sight, of divination, of magic. Behold the waters of life.
Behold the waters of life.
So we're having alcoholic and non-alcoholic, but
Yes.
both sweet.
3 non-alcoholic needs to be open.
So you 1, 2, 3, go!
There's more. I have another bottle if we need it.
So how many of these do you want me to fill?
Mama.
We need 10.
10 something like that?
Good job.
Has anyone ever successfully opened something with those little?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've never done. I don't. I
3.
just take my knife and dig them out with a knife.
Unless anyone else would like more. Can we get a show who would like alcohol or not alcohol? Who would not like alcohol?
Don't worry. Just fill
Okay,
5
everybody.
non-alcoholics, and if they don't last, well, we'll make sure they don't evaporate. Yes. Just a shot.
That is a lot. That is going to be.
Okay, the rest booze.
We have a maple pie waiting for it. That's the
You can
sugar.
take a shot glass, David.
It's a sugar trigger.
Top of that. No. Come on. You give me like half a shot compared to some of those.
I'm very tempted to have a maple syrup. You should. It's a sad life for you, David. Maple syrup.
You know, the size of the cup is making you insecure about the amount of the alcohol. There's a life lesson in that, Mr. Rolf. I would suggest you learn. Top up yourself.
I said to be generous. And for those at home, if you have a drink nearby, or go and grab a drink while we finish distributing,
Yes?
and we will all raise our glasses at the same time
Sounds
and
good.
receive the blessings.
Those are syrup. Yep.
Hope I would.
I know. So I also need a hand. So what are we saying? How are we doing it?
I can help. May the blessings of gorse,
Oh,
of
right.
the hawthorn, and of the vine fill these glasses and those raised in the ether at the same time to receive the blessing. Hail the waters of life!
Hail the waters of life!
Reagan, you like maple syrup? Very
If any of our American
Maple
friends are
syrup?
watching, that is maple whiskey. Canadian maple whiskey, which I can tell you in the Americas is social lubricant.
Yep. And straight maple syrup for the non-alcoholic version because it's March.
That's a good shot if you don't remember where we are.
Do you want some maple syrup?
The people who call you want them to thank?
Yes.
Yeah, I have alcohol in my house. I don't need for Very sweet. Nice after.
As we come to the end of this blessing, we would like to thank our kindreds for their participation and their presence in the chaos that we have tried to become a little more comfortable with today. I would invite all of the people who has welcomed in our kindreds to thank them
Cool.
in return. Those words. Yeah, I got those words.
So I'll start with Kelly.
Okay. One from
We see you, Lady Kalia.
way over there.
you who wanders across the snow, bringing us cold and quiet and months of reflection. We witnessed you today. We witnessed you in the past months, and we thank you for that quiet reflection that gave birth to new ideas, new things to look forward to as we come into the spring and the summer months. We bid you safe travels wherever they take you, and we look forward to seeing you again as the months grow colder. Stay if you will, and go if you must. Hail and farewell.
Hail.
Hail.
Would you like to say thank you to Bridget?
Bridget, we thank you for all that you have brought us here at Thornhaven, and for those who are in our community beyond this land. We thank you for watching over them as well. We look forward to sharing many, many stories with you, and maybe lots of projects from different people, artwork of many different kinds. Thank you.
Hail, Bridget.
Hail, Bridget.
Hail, Bridget.
Lou, thank you for providing us with the inner warrior to help fight through the storms that you create in the wintertime, and to come out on the other side and to bring us the warmth and the sun back to the earth. Lou, you're a god of many, so thank you. Hail Lou.
Hail, Lou. Snuggies?
Shining ones,
Oh no, that's just the sunlight.
thank you. Thank you for being present. We appreciate all of the messages, silent and overt. Would you like to thank the ancestors?
Absolutely. One more dram for the ancestors.
Yes.
Thank you for being around us at all times, and traveling through the Tirna Og or the other world to come see us and to watch over us. Thank you, and hail to our ancestors.
Hail.
Hail the ancestors.
Nature spirits, spring has come, and so your time of hardship and cold and slumber is done. So we welcome you back, and thank you for being among us. Hail.
Hail,
Hail.
nature spirits. Hecate. Thank you for coming to this land of cold and snow. Thank you for joining us and illuminating our path with your torch, taking from our fire and bringing it into the depths. May the gates be closed. May this fire become but flame. May the well return to water, and this tree bring spring. May the gates be closed.
May
the gates be closed.
Thank you to the Earth Mother for witnessing this gathering, you who are ever present and the holder of wisdom. We thank you for being in this space with us and sharing whatever wisdom you have to share with us. Hail, hail to the Earth Mother.
Hail the So,
I don't know the 2007 statement of oath by heart, so I'm going to hand that off.
Hang on,
but you know it was next.
In January 2007, we as a group made a commitment to celebrate each high day and other ritual occasions. We have now done as our ancestors have done and as our children will do. And the shining ones have answered. Let us go now as children of the earth. Blessings be upon us and comfort well. This rite is ended. So be it.
So
So
be
be
it.
it. Sacred woo!
Whoa! So,
Thank you, Julie, for the most sarcastic woo. It is also blessed.
maybe you should do this.
So for those of you who have watched
right,
our
so-
YouTube video,
I don't know how to end this now, but
Subscribe.
thank you all for joining us.
our rituals
Thank
are
you all for joining
open
us
to
in
the
sacred,
public. So if
sacred
you're in
space.
Eastern Ontario, you are welcome to come and attend.
This chaos ritual that we threw together, and we winged it, and we spoke from the heart.
Lots of wings.
Lots of wings. So thank you all for everyone at home. Thank you for taking part. Feel free to share the pictures of your sacred objects and tell us anything you want us to tell us about it. Feel free to reach out to the energy of this place and continue the work on your sacred object and to deepen that relationship. And we're going to be enjoying some well-earned pizza.
All right,
And,
so at this point,
all
Hobbs
take
has done the
care,
thank you for
stay
the
safe,
Facebook
wash
Live.
your hands, and we'll be together
And,
again.
that's an option
before you
for
know it.
people as well. You can join
Bye-bye.
our ADF, Thornhaven ADF Facebook group, and you can watch it live.